Hi
Hello.
everyone. Hi. Okay. Sorry, we are 10 minutes late because Dylan here, as you can see, is our new host. He jinxed me, I believe.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's you. I just had a big problem with my earpiece. So anyway, I'm Alyssa and this is Dylan. Dylan, would you like to introduce yourself to our viewers?
Oh, hi everyone. This is my first show on Hangout with ST. I joined the video team 4 weeks ago now. Actually, it's quite fast.
Yeah, time flies.
Yeah, time flies actually.
Yeah, and he's here because Haryanto is away on leave. Haryanto, are you watching?
Yeah, I hope you're watching. If you're watching, leave us a comment like this. We'll take a look and we'll respond.
And then we'll say hi. Yeah. So as always, we are coming to you live from the Straits Times newsroom. We have very interesting topics today. We will definitely make up for the delay. If you have any comments, do leave them and we will read them later during the show.
So this week we have some guests on our show, like Ellie mentioned. We are going to be talking about boudoir photography, as well as millennials refreshing a 60-year-old seafood business.
I'm looking forward to those.
Yeah, me too, of course.
Okay. So maybe we'll just say hi to some people here. I don't see Haryanto watching. Maybe he's busy doing something. I'll just say hi, everybody.
Okay, let me try to pull it up.
Do you want to say hi to your mom? You
Hi, Mom.
You're watching, right?
I think my mom is watching, so.
Yeah, my dad is watching.
Hi.
Hi, Dad.
Oh, I can't see it.
You can't see? It's okay. Happens.
Okay.
Okay, so Dylan, you know there are wedding photo shoots, there are pre-wedding photo shoots,
Yeah.
there are newborn photo shoots. There's also boudoir now, boudoir photography.
Yeah.
And you
What?
speak French, right? So what's that?
No, I don't speak that much French. I know a little bit of French, but I'm not too sure what boudoir photography is. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about
I
it.
don't know anything. Okay, so this one, so on Sunday, our colleague Clara, she did a story on boudoir photography, how it's picking up in Singapore, and she did it herself too. So I thought that was very interesting, and there was a very inspiring story behind it as well. But before we go on, so from our understanding, it's doing these intimate, sensual photo shoots in a private setting, and it's usually women.
Yeah, I was just wondering why can't men get into the action as well?
Oh, you can. It's called boudoir, I think. Sorry, I got a cough. Okay, so to our viewers, we would like to know, would you do boudoir photography? Would you pay to do it? Yeah?
Now, of course, leave us a comment and we'll take a look. So tell us whether you do boudoir photography. Is it something you've been thinking about doing? Have you even heard about boudoir before? If you have some questions, you can always leave them in the comments and we'll take a look and ask our guests. So to tell us more about boudoir photography and what it's like, we have Carolyn and Carol on the show. So, hi guys.
Hello. So they were
Hi,
in the
ladies.
Sun Times story. So please tell us, did we get the definition of boudoir photography correct?
I think so, yes, because it's definitely an intimate style of photography, and it's usually targeted for women to have something very special and something in a bedroom setting, because boudoir is French for bedroom. So that's how that came about.
So Dylan actually really wants to know. He wants to do boudoir photography. Can you do it?
I'm sorry, I can't help you, but there are photographers, and in some places that can do the male style boudoir shoot. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll
maybe
think about it.
the both of you can tell us, but how do you both get to know each other? And Carol, how was your experience being photographed by Caroline? You know, in your underwear.
Yeah, well, I was 39 at that time, so I was turning 40 in a couple of months' time at that time, and I was looking for something to mark my 40th birthday. It's like it's like an achievement as a milestone, and because prior to that, at a period of time, 10 years to be exact, that I was going through a very bad patch. And I contemplated suicide, and in a short span of about 8 or 9 years, things just took a fantastic change, positive change. I went from being in a psychologically abusive marriage to getting divorced, contemplating suicide, meeting my soulmate, and having 2 kids. A lot have changed, and I really wanted to mark that journey of mine Yeah.
And it was also, you had an issue with, is it your body confidence? And so you thought doing this photo shoot would help to make you more confident.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and this is also one of the reasons that I'm in confidence coaching. Because growing up, I wasn't very confident in myself. I was this scrawny little girl who was a bit too tall for my age, a bit too tan, a bit too skinny. So no, I don't have a lot of self-esteem, basically. And so not having not a lot of confidence growing up, I always felt that I'm invisible. Yeah, and so that's also one of the reasons why I actually allow myself, to really go on a downward spiral. So and that actually resulted in me making wrong choices in life. Yeah, and because of that, I guess boudoir photography is just something for me to regain my confidence. And I believe a lot of women will really need that to regain confidence. That's also one of the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing. And that entire experience with Caroline completely changed me. It gave me the conviction to do what I'm doing right now, helping women to regain their confidence, to celebrate their confidence.
So it can't be easy being dressed in underwear, being photographed by a stranger. But Caroline, you have a method to make your clients feel more comfortable.
Yes, definitely. It is quite, I guess, an intimidating thing to be photographed by someone. I mean, even just a normal photo shoot would probably feel quite intimidating. But in your lingerie, even more so. So my sort of secret is to always meet up with clients well before the photo shoot date so that they can get to know me a little bit and I can get to know them so that we can really become friends. So by the time the photo shoot is on, we already have a connection and that comfort level where we can trust each other and enjoy and have a lot of fun during the photo shoot.
Okay. Understand. So, Caroline, what is the main demographic that you get requests from, and why do most customers, even want to do it in the first place?
When I first started out about 5 years ago doing this photography, I had a lot of women similar to Carol's story, like turning 40 or turning 30, and that made up the majority of them. A lot of them were having birthdays, like the big O birthday, or they were getting married and they wanted something as a special gift for their husband on the wedding day, or they were celebrating a wedding anniversary or something that was very special to them. And that was where I started. But then as I've gone on over the years, I found more and more younger women and older women are now coming to me for a photo shoot. And that's mainly because I think so many women are looking for that special experience that helps them really feel good about themselves. And definitely a boudoir shoot does that. And I know that for sure because I've been through it myself.
And you have clients from as young as about in their 20s all the way to their 60s now?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, that's right.
But everyone, not everyone, but generally most of them, what they have in common is that, I'm shy, I don't think I'll look good. So do you have any tips, for people who are interested like Dylan, to do this kind of photo shoot? They want to look their best.
Yeah.
But we're not like Victoria, we're not like Sports Illustrated models or Victoria's Secret models.
No.
So how can we?
Actually, every woman that comes in to see me says, I'm very shy and I don't think I could feel comfortable in front of the camera. I'm not like all those other women on your website. And I always say to them, actually, my clients that are on my website said exactly the same thing that you're saying right now, that they didn't feel confident. And the secret is related to feeling comfortable with your photographer. So if you feel comfortable with a photographer, you are going to look beautiful in the photos. So my tip is really around knowing the photographer that's going to shoot you. Shoot you sounds not right, but photograph.
So Carol, how did you find the experience with Caroline?
Oh, it was totally not what I had imagined. Going into it, I thought it would be those typical serious studio shoot where I get told, go lie on the bed.
Yeah. Do this, pose, change.
Arch your back, pout and look at the camera and then go, okay, wait, hang on. And just stay in this pose and then click.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't. And what Caroline did for me was that she made sure that I met up with her first so that we can get comfortable, we can get acquainted. And she was also boosting my confidence during the entire shoot, being there like a friend, like a sister, hand holding me the entire
And you
time.
went lingerie shopping together.
Yes.
So that's one way to break the
an extra
barrier,
step.
break the ice, right?
Yeah.
Shop for underwear.
Definitely, but I do like people to feel like I'm their best friend. I'm going to photograph them from the very best angles. I'm going to highlight their best features. I'm going to minimize the things maybe they're not so confident about. So it definitely helps a lot.
So were you very nervous, and then eventually you were
Yeah.
very confident at the end of the shoot?
Yes, yes. I was literally shaking,
Yeah.
and a little bit of liquid courage helped also a little bit. But it's just that because the entire setting, she made it so warm. She made it so comfortable, and you know that actually helped to relax everything. And because I was afraid that I would look vulgar, yeah, because you know being Asian, we're afraid. And because when I kind of like told my mom about doing boudoir photography for myself, and she was like, why do you want to take pictures with yourself in underwear? Why are you prancing around in underwear? You know? And for me, it's just that I just needed that confidence boost for myself, you know, and it's part of self-love. Part of self-love.
Whether or not anyone sees the images, right?
Yeah, but for our case, it's a little bit different.
We've been sharing them, but I have to say that about 90% of my clients do prefer to keep them private, and which I completely honour, because that's totally up to them. They like to keep it in maybe a little drawer, just to pull out when they want to feel good. And sometimes they might put a big picture on the wall in their bedroom or something like that.
So you actually brought one of the photo books, and you did bring a prop as well. So
Yes.
can we have it on the show, please? So there's one very sexy item. Here. Okay.
Thank you.
So maybe you just want to share with us this corset. Is that a very popular design or style with your clients?
Yes,
or-
so let me
Yeah,
see.
y'all can see, right?
This is a very popular choice by my clients, because a corset many years ago, I guess, was worn by every woman, but now it really, when you think about lingerie, you probably think about something like this, something that's a bit different, a little bit different style. And this is very popular not only because a lot of my clients have had children and they like to have a little bit of support around their tummies, but they also love the fact that you can wear suspenders and wear those old style stockings that our mothers and our grandmothers probably had to wear, but for us it's a choice now. So we have a lot of fun putting stockings on in my studio.
Well, because they're welcome to wear their own, right?
Yeah, so most of my clients wear their own outfits, but I have extra ones as well, so to augment what they bring along.
And they can choose their own setting, right? So I understand some of them even book hotel rooms at hotels that they like, so that...
They can do, but for me, I usually shoot in a very private setting. I have a very large room as a studio set up in my home, so that it's a very comfortable and private space.
Which was in the video that we were playing
Yes,
earlier,
that's
right?
right, it was in there.
And then of course there's a keepsake. You go through all that, you have to have some photos to show for it. So you get this very nice photo book. So I'm wrapping a present.
Yes.
Okay, but I'll let you go through some of the photos. It's
Okay.
quite heavy, dropping everything.
We get too excited.
Yeah, I'm very excited, can you tell?
It's true. Like a lot of my clients are looking for, as I said, a gift for themselves or a gift for maybe their husbands or someone special. And I do produce these books if they'd like to have a physical gift. And I'm not sure if you can see this on the camera, but there's like a number of pictures in here.
I can't imagine Dylan, you I open centerfolds.
It's not for you.
And I think the consistent thing is that these are very tasteful pictures.
Yeah, so actually just going on that, what is a big no-no when it comes to boudoir photography? Because I think a lot of people don't know where, is there a line that you can't cross or something, as someone, if assuming, let's say I could take part in a photo shoot. Is there something that, is considered a no-no?
For me, I only photograph women. So I know some photographers in other countries especially will photograph men and women together. But for me, that's a line that I don't want to go over. I also do believe that this style of photography is best done in a tasteful, sort of glamorous and intimate way, soft, sort of feminine way. So for me, I don't cross that line either.
But what about things like nudity or something like this? Is that considered boudoir? Could it be?
I'm not sure if it is considered, but it is something that I do incorporate if my clients would like to do a little bit of that. So one thing that is very popular is something called implied nudity, which is a little bit like the photo of Clara in the Straits Times article on Sunday.
Colleague, yeah.
Yeah, so it sort of looks a little bit like she's nude, but she's not actually nude. Yeah, so that's a very popular thing to do.
Okay. So Carol, earlier you were saying that the reason why you did this boudoir photography is because you wanted to feel confident again, right? About yourself. Of all things you could have done, why did you choose this in particular?
Because I wanted to celebrate, to celebrate how far I've come and how much I've achieved in a short span of 10 years, being down at the bottom, down in the rut, basically, and being a mother of two. And I just, being not having a lot of confidence growing up, and not having a lot of self-esteem, and my body actually produced 2 kids. I wanted to celebrate that journey. I really do, and I was actually quite encouraged, by the fact that I was able to do that, and the fact that I didn't choose to die, basically. And the whole experience actually brought me onto a different level. Because of that, Carolyn gave me the conviction to really go out and do what I do right now as a confidence coach. And also the courage and the confidence to put my story onto a book. Yeah. And that's the reason why I'm able to do what I'm doing right now.
So Ellie, maybe we could take some comments. Maybe people have some.
Oh, you can't see on your phone?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why about your phone?
Doesn't work.
Oh gosh. Okay, so now let me scroll through. Someone did say something to you, or about you. So someone said that you rock. That must be your friend. Geneva Lai, is that your friend? Oh, someone says go Carol.
Oh, thank you.
Janisha, Alora.
Janisha, yes.
Yeah. Okay, and people are asking why Jan isn't on the show. Well, Jan is on leave. I think he's sick as well. I think he's down with food poisoning or flu or something.
So send him your well wishes.
Send your well wishes. Yeah, so someone asked again, Samuel Mehani, hey Alyssa, what happened to Haryanto? Will he be on next week? Yes. And he says, I love you both. I love you too. Okay, and then Pauline is your friend, because Pauline says, oh, I like this new presenter. Hey, Pauline is, yep, okay, very familiar name. Okay. Right, so actually no one said anything about boudoir photography, but they are very interested in this. I think they are so glued to the screen that they're not asking any questions. But thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for coming on and showing us as well.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so on to our next segment.
Yeah, on to our next segment.
Dylan, do you go to wet markets?
I'm going to be honest, I don't go to wet markets very often.
Right.
And what about you?
Well, the last time I went, it was for work. This was about, I think, over a year ago.
Wow. Okay, that's a while.
And for work, when I say for work, it was to film fish manga. I didn't even buy any fish.
Okay, then I guess that doesn't count.
It doesn't count. No, it doesn't.
Count.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it doesn't.
So it seems that I think, Ellie, you and I are part of a generation of Singaporeans who barely go to wet markets anymore. I think a lot of us, if we want to go for groceries or to find stuff to cook, we always go to supermarkets. So to stay competitive and adapt to the shift in consumer habits, some of these hawkers are taking their goods from the wet market to the internet. Now, the case in point we have over here is the folks at Nice Seafood. So it's Nine Seafood, yes, correct. So Nice Seafood started in Chinatown 60 years ago, and now the 3rd generation family business are selling their fish online. So a question to our viewers, what do you think about wet markets?
In general. So my impression is that, well, it's open way too early in the morning. It closes way too early in the morning. I'm not awake by the time I get down there, it's closed.
Yeah.
And also, I think when I get there, I wouldn't know how to order anything. I'll just be like, can I have that? Can I have this?
I think you and I were in the same, the same standard,
yeah.
same level.
So it sounds very obvious, but actually how many of us know how to order fish at the wet market? Or if you think you know better than us, then please tell us.
So to tell us more about their fishy business, we have Eddie and Diamond with us. Hello guys.
Hello.
Thanks for being in the show.
Hi. Okay, so family business, can you tell us the history?
Okay, my grandfather actually started 60 years ago at the roadside of Chinatown. Then after that, they shift into the wet market, where my father actually, in the 1970s, he actually made a name for himself. He can sell up to 2,000 to 4,000 kilos of fish every day.
How come? He very charming.
He got the skills.
Why you laugh at that?
Then at the age of 16, I started doing part-time for him.
Yep.
Then after a few years, I realized that there's a potential in this business. That's why I dropped out from poly and I decided to start full-time. Then after that, I owned a store, and that's where I spent up to what I have today.
Okay, and whose idea was it to, sell the fish online?
Oh,
Yeah, who came up with the idea to give
it's
that
me
push?
lah.
Yeah,
Just that.
it's Eddie's idea.
And you're second-gen owner, right? So you've also been with the business for many years. When Eddie suggested selling the fish online, what was your reaction?
Oh,
Finally.
actually it was kind of exciting. But the main thing is my other two partners, Colin and Alvin, who actually been doing softball coaching with DCMA Sports for a while. But we actually been looking out for other businesses. And happened that we know that Eddie is actually into seafood, and I'm also doing in seafood. So we thought of like, hey, is there a collaboration that we can actually start doing? And then with his idea of coming online and his package and stuff, he actually created a lot of excitement within ourselves and said, come, let's go for it.
And you all launched your online business 2 months ago.
Yep.
And I understand you have a number of wet market stalls around the country. How many? You have about 3?
3.
3, right? And who are the customers going to these wet market stalls?
Those aunties, mostly aunties, like I can say.
So it's true, you wouldn't see people like me and Dylan there, lah. Very rarely.
Rarely lah.
Very rarely.
Yeah.
Right.
Wet
So-
market is not a place that less younger people will be heading to.
Yeah. Do you think eventually you might actually close those wet market stalls and focus solely on the online, selling it online?
Yep.
Maybe, but the thing is right now, one day, but right now there is still the customers, actually regular customers is still coming. So it's still, the potential is still there, but ultimately online will be a lifestyle that everybody will be heading to. And yeah, that's where we are coming in now.
So has business actually picked up since you guys decided to introduce this online model?
Yes, in fact it started off slow, but eventually when we actually broadcast and we had a very good marketing team. Stella
Very good
actually-
promos.
Yes, really. Stella actually did a very good job. She actually broadcast through Facebook, through social media,
Yep.
and then eventually we got orders coming in.
Wow.
And yeah, it's quite consistent right now. Yeah, but of course we will want more.
Do you think it's a shame that the younger generation, we don't go to the wet markets, we don't know how to buy fish?
Frankly,
What do you
actually,
think?
it's not a shame, because in a way right now the modern families, in fact we are in Singapore, work, commitment with kids and stuff. So it's really not easy for them to head to wet market like early in the morning, wee hours. So that's where we actually come in with our products and stuff.
So it's only natural with Singapore becoming modern and all, right?
Yes.
Unfortunately.
In fact, right now most of our customers are actually modern families. Actually, the early 20s, mid 20s, and yeah, this is the crowd actually that's coming and ordering from us.
And do they tend to be young families? Or do you
Like
know
just
your
married kind?
Yeah, just married and with some kids. In fact,
okay.
we have some promotions and stuff for kids where they actually can order the fish if they do not know what the fish that they actually want for the best for the kids. We actually, our marketing team will actually share with them, these are the stuff that you actually need. Yeah.
Okay, but let's say, Dan and I, we changed our mind. We're like, okay, let's just go to the wet market once a while.
Just to
let's
try.
go. Can you tell us any tips, when I go to a fishmonger, how do I know whether it's fresh or not? How do I know whether they are like fooling me? Or like, what can I say to impress them? Then they give me a good sale.
I think that actually you need to go to those honest stores. Then you tell them what kind of fish you need lah. For example, you need it for your babies. You need it for someone who just did an operation. Okay, go to some honest store. Then they'll be able to teach you what kind of fish is suitable, and what kind of fish is of good quality, and what kind is not so good.
Even they ask me, girl, what fish is it? This one, the name. Then I'll be like, I don't even know whether this is the fish I want.
Yeah, in fact, this is the challenge that the youngsters have right now. So that's why we'll do a bit of education here and there, where our marketing team will be sharing with our customers. And in fact, our customers actually ordered from us, will actually post on our Facebook and share about how they actually cook and what is it used for, and the kids actually enjoying the fish and stuff. Yeah, this is what is actually happening.
So what are some of the concerns that some of your customers have brought up to you guys ever since you decided to put your business online?
Concern.
But is it maybe how fresh the fish is?
Yeah, I guess that is the
maybe they can't
the
get
main
to
thing.
choose. Yeah.
That's the main thing. But this is actually very good concerns. And so what we actually do, Eddie most of the time will be by 1 a.m. plus, he will be there, ready to source the most ready fresh seafood that we will need. In fact, whatever that the customer has placed for their orders, and you will make sure you source and get the seafood in the shortest time, and then we will process and we actually vacuum pack every single thing and send it to our customers.
So same day delivery?
Yeah, in a way. In fact, they actually order like yesterday and then the day before, and then.
Oh, then you will have to order there, and then you know how much to get as well.
Correct.
And it's at Jurong Fishery Port?
Yes, it's at Jurong.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, wow, the smell really clings to you. Even if I don't touch any fish, I go home, I smell like fish.
Oh my goodness. That's like mermaid.
Yeah, but not as glamorous. I definitely did not feel like a mermaid. I didn't.
Yeah. That's true.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on to share
Thank you.
about
Thank
the
you so
business
much.
as well. It's always interesting to know. I mean, wet markets, and then I would never have thought of bringing it online as well.
Yeah, that's true. So thanks so much for sharing your story with us.
Eddie and Diamond, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, so there you go. So now we know when we go to fish market, right? We don't need to know the name of the fish. You just say, oh, I want to make porridge for my
curry
grandma
fish
who
head."
went for tuition. Oh yeah, you have something with fish head curry. You're obsessed with curry.
No, I like curry. My curry is good.
Yeah.
Like curry fish, fish head curry. Yeah, those kind of
Okay,
stuff.
now you know lah, huh? You find an honest one, and then they will look after you.
True. Okay.
Okay, now for our next segment. This is a relatively new segment. It's called Feel Good. It's just because the world is filled with a lot of bad news lah. So we just
Yeah.
wanna.
So we just want something heartwarming, just to make us feel a little bit better. So the story we picked this week is about two men, both in their 80s, who are traveling from Singapore to London by car. And so the guys are traveling with 6 others in a convoy of 3 Land Rovers, and the journey will take about 100 days.
I can't imagine. Now, this started way back. Well, it's not that they've been traveling since way back, but in 1955, there were 6 Oxford and Cambridge University students. They arrived in Singapore after 6 months on the road. So at that time, that was the longest expedition. And one of the Land Rovers, which they used in 1955, is the same one used today. It's that blue one.
Wow, that is
So they're
amazing.
So this was a flag off last Sunday at the F1 pit building. Wow, that's quite noisy.
Wow, it's so vintage, I love it.
Yeah, so that was Sunday. Oh, those are nice cars.
Yeah, so 2 surviving members of the Overland Expedition, Mr. Nigel Newbury, 86, and Mr. Patrick Murphy, 88, were at Sunday's flag off, like Ali said, at the F1 pit building on Sunday. Another surviving member, Mr. Tim Slesser, took ill of the morning of the takeoff, the flag off, sorry, but is expected to join the team shortly on the road. Can you imagine being on the road for 100 days?
No. The longest road trip I did that was 10 days, and I think I could have gone further, but I think 100 days, I can't imagine that.
And Ellie, guess who else is joining his grandfather? I mean, I named a lot of
You did?
guys in the 80s.
Okay, no, I'll just go with Patrick Murphy's grandson, just because I like his name, Patrick Murphy.
No, so actually it's Mr. Tim Slesser, whose grandson, Nathan George, 24, just graduated from Newcastle University, and he's actually tagging along with the convoy.
And actually, Dylan, you have a very personal reason for choosing this story. Maybe you want to open your heart and share it with us.
Yeah, no, I honestly, when I read this story, I really felt really hard, I really felt really good, because I thought it was just really amazing that, Nathan George could really take this trip with his grandfather. I mean, personally for me, all my grandparents have passed, so if I could do a 100-day journey from Singapore to London with my grandparents, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Nice.
So I felt very, very good this story.
That's why I feel good.
Feel good.
Okay, so that was our feel good story for the week. And ending things on a light note, we have Facebook Face Off. Okay, so this is how it goes. Every guest who comes on the show, especially every new host, they always think that they can do a better job than me and Yan, because they always think that our jokes are really lame. But you know what, Dylan?
Hey, we'll see. We'll see about it today.
Okay, so if you think that so what we do every week is we troll through the Straits Times Facebook page. We pick the dullest comments because you guys leave the funniest comments. In 3 rounds. If you think Dylan is funnier, you type in D in the comment section.
Vote for me.
But if you think I'm funnier, I was waiting for you to say that, he's just all about himself. If you think I'm funnier, then you type in A in the comment section, okay? All right, so round one, I'll go first because ladies first,
Okay,
just because it's them.
go on.
Okay, so Singapore is the world's second safest city after Tokyo. So Tokyo, Singapore, Osaka. And Rasputin Sun says, oh, this is fake news. Japan is not safe. From Ultraman days until Saitama days, they're still fighting monsters.
See my face or not?
Yeah, I saw it, but it doesn't matter what you think, it's what the viewers think. And I love it because I love Ultraman, there's like Godzilla,
okay.
and I love Japan, so.
Yeah, I think I do a really good poker face.
You do,
So I
you do,
think
you do.
you're definitely going to lose.
Oh, okay, okay, viewers.
Okay,
I'm wrong.
come on guys.
wrong.
Okay, here's what I chose for my first Facebook comment. So KFC will be offering plant-based chicken, nuggets and boneless wings at a restaurant in Georgia in the US. And Muhammad Amma Azza commented, so now must change name. KFV, Kentucky Fried Veggie. Funny or not?
Wow, amazing. Amazing. If you think Dylan's pick was funny, type in D.
And if you think Alyssa was funnier, type in A.
Okay, so second round, Dylan, you go.
Okay, so now it's my turn. Don't worry, I saved the best for last, so it's just going to get better from here.
Okay.
Okay, so the next article I chose was a video from a car camera showed the man collecting the soiled diaper from his car and he threw it on the windscreen of another vehicle. I'm sure you guys have seen this video by now. And Jarina C commented, one rubber band fine, $300. I soiled diaper, how much will it be? Being very practical, very Singaporean, you know.
Yes, and we know jokes are always practical, yes.
Okay.
I always give first time hosts on Hangout a hard time. You're no exception. Okay, the story that I chose is a man was arrested for misusing his boarding pass to send off his wife at Changi Airport, which you're not allowed to do, right? And Julius Loredo says it's a boarding pass to jail. That was kind of funny.
I think you're the only one that is laughing.
No, like no one laughs here, but you never know people behind the screen.
So of course, if you think Ellie is funnier, type in A.
Yeah, if you think Dylan is funnier, type in D. I always do it with our viewers in mind.
Okay, let us know what you guys think. Okay, let's move on to our last round.
Okay, so last round is me. So I chose the same story that you did, it's KFC. Okay, so this joke, right, I cleared it with my soup lah.
Okay.
So it's okay. Please don't write in complaint letters to me, okay? So Lindy Han says, well, plant-based meat goes against the whole original principle of no meat. It's like promoting sex dolls to priests. I oppose!
Okay.
Oppose!
It's kind of funny.
Okay, that means you've lost the game. If you admit that your enemies.
No,
I didn't say. I
there's
just
nothing
said
wrong
enemy.
with appreciating other people's jokes.
That's
But doesn't mean my jokes are not funny.
Right, true. I love your confidence.
Are you ready to hear?
I love that.
Ready for
I'm ready.
my
I'm
final
ready.
one?
Yeah.
Okay, so the last one I picked was actually a forum article talking about the Singapore Lions 2034 World Cup target to reach the FIFA World Cup. And Jason Xia said, we don't have that type of environment and culture in Singapore. Just like, can we actually grow durian trees in Europe?
So which part is the joke?
The last part lah, of course.
Which part?
Can we even grow durian trees in Europe? Think about this. Can you imagine eating durian in London or something?
Oh, the joke. Okay, okay, right, guys. Now you decide who's funnier. If you think Dylan is funnier, type in D. Okay.
Yeah, if you think Alyssa is funnier, but don't do it. But if you think she's funnier, type in A.
Actually, no, I'm all for guys. Please vote for Dylan.
Come on, vote for me, vote for me. I'm the new guy.
Okay. So this is where we give them a few seconds to vote, and then this is where we trash talk each other.
Okay. Well, I already trash talk you enough.
Oh, that was trash talking, Whoa, you gotta up your level. I did not. Okay, so the winner is, let's do a countdown. Okay, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Dude, the winner is. I admit, I really gave you a hard time. I really did. Yeah, I bullied you. Okay, so everyone please, hands, round of applause for Dylan. Good job, Dylan. You survived. You survived your first hangout with ST.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Good job.
But I lost. It's okay, next time.
Yeah, so quite hard, right? Quite hard, right?
Yeah, actually, it was really difficult to look through the comments.
You see, and Yan and I do this every week.
I spent so long just scrolling through, and then I was just trying to find something that made me chuckle.
Yeah,
but it was
hard, right?
difficult.
It's okay, you'll get better every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get better, trust me. Okay, so that's all we have for you this week. Thank you so much to our guests again for coming on the show to talk about it. Of course, don't forget to tune in next week.
So of course, for more top stories and videos, do log on to our website. It's www.straitstimes.com, as well as like our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, send us a DM, tweet us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
We also have an email address. So this email address, feel free to send in story pictures, or if you want to send us like
Nice
GIFs,
stuff.
photos, flowers. Well, you can send flowers. Yeah, you can send flowers to the email address. Send us a flower emoji, or you can send me real flowers.
So don't forget to share with your friends as well. And once again, she's Alyssa.
And this is Dylan. Goodbye,
And see you next week.
week.